Hey everybody, it's Ray from Unparalleled Comics, and of course Jay is here with me as well. Say hi to everybody, Jay.
How's it going, everybody?
We're here today with an update, and maybe we're giving a poster away. What do you think?
Yeah, I think maybe we are.
So let's see, what can we start with? Anybody
Uh,
watching out there, say hi if you're watching us,
yeah. How
and
about
Jay will say hi back.
hey Max.
It
Max is back.
looks like Max is watching, so hi Max, our most devoted fan. So, sorry, I'm still setting up. Sorry, we're going so late. I had a situation, not a bad one, and now we're here, and we're ready to. We can answer some questions if you'd like, and then we'll also draw the winner for this poster, and we're going to do another. We're planning on doing another giveaway next weekend. What do you think about starting on Thursday?
Starting what on
The next
Thursday?
giveaway on Thursday.
Do the giveaway on Thursday?
The next one, yeah.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So this one, Jay says we've got another 24 by 36-inch Stellar Odyssey cover poster.
Yeah.
And do you want to just get that off at the top, or do you want to wait?
Well, we wait a few minutes.
All right. So if anybody's watching, I know Max is watching. Max, do you have any questions for us, or anybody else have any questions for us? We are open to anybody asking anything. You can even leave them in the comments after, and we'll try to answer them on the YouTube. If you are watching this and you haven't, check out our Facebook page, Unparalleled Comics, and of course we've got the Kickstarter running right now. It's for Stellar Odyssey, and that's on Kickstarter. Also, if you like this, like the video and subscribe to the channel. We're going to start doing more and more stuff. Jay has a couple of time-lapse videos of one of his characters on here, and I'm sure there'll be more in the future. So, what's Max wants to know? What's the Kickstarter after Stellar Odyssey?
Oh, what's the next?
Drop that bomb.
Yeah, next Kickstarter for Unparalleled.
Yep. Yeah.
It's going to be Transgenesis #2.
Mighty Ducks.
Yeah.
Yeah. GG #2. It's being written by me, and Jay's going to do the art, of course. And I'm assuming we're going to have Avery do the colors because that man can. He's. I don't want to say he surprises me every time, but I'm very happy every time I see colors turned in by Avery.
Yeah.
And then I'm hoping we go with Francisco for letters again. But that's my personal preference.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see what's in the cards, who's available when the project started.
So let's talk. Okay, let's talk about Transgenesis for a minute.
All right, sure.
So Transgenesis issue 1 came out a little while ago, and Dave and Jay had a big scope plan for the entire story, and then once Dave left the project, Jay and I kind of decided to take the story into a different direction, and the way this issue plays out is similar but different to the way it was supposed to turn out. And I'm really excited, especially that last shot. And then, I mean, I don't want to spoil. There's like 3 things in this next issue of Transgenesis I'm excited about.
Yeah.
And you know what they are, of course. They don't know what it's like. Some of the characters that are in the universe itself with Claymore and Broadsword, Claymore especially. You know, some things going on there. Dragonfly. We may have an appearance from one of my characters pop up in the book. The way we wrote it before was with different characters that we can't use. So in order to fix that issue, I may pop in some of my characters that it's been long overdue to see them come to life, if you ask me. Of course, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, it'll be nice to see whether or not they pop in there. I'd like to see them pop up in there. And I know, yeah, there's
definitely how much you pay me.
Of course, rights issues.
All about money.
Yeah, there's 3 particular scenes that I cannot wait to be able to draw.
I can't wait to see them.
I've already got the pictures been in my head ever since since we talked about it and you wrote came up with the ideas.
Yeah.
So.
And I've written 7 or 8 pages already, and we were at MightyCon talking about it. I hit a wall in a way, and then so while we were at MightyCon, I after talking to Ramel Hill and some of the other guys like Cameron, I think we never asked how to pronounce his last name. I think it's Petty, but talking to him and Ramel and Cameron Johnson, I kind of more ideas started floating around in my head, wrote them down in the old notebook I had at MightyCon, and lost it. So that's me. I need to really join the digital age, I think, and use my phone. You know, like it's weird because I'm keeping track of all the horror movies I watch on Docs, Google Docs.
Oh, right.
I won't put anything on there important. Like that's not important. Like writing my ideas for issue 2 of Transgenesis, that's important. But it'll be fine. Usually the first thing I write's not the best anyway, you know. So when I come back to it or think about it again, I usually come up. It's for my process, if you don't mind me saying this for a second.
Oh, go ahead.
I think about an idea, I write it down, kind of loose hand writing, like just what the ideas are, and then I start scripting it out. And I don't worry about hitting beats or whatever they say. I can figure out a flow as the comic goes, and I actually kind of draw out a little page with panels on it to see how it will flow. But then I handwrite the script first, and then when I go to put it on my computer to get ready to pass it off to you, I start or whoever's doing the art, I start typing away, and almost everything I have written, it's like an outline. It's a script, but it's an outline.
Right.
But it changes. The dialogue changes. Some of the action changes. Even some of the characters that are in the scene change, because like this is why I don't mind George Lucas changing the original trilogy, because I know the finished product is never gonna. It's like there's still times that I look at some of the other comics I've written, thinking, man, there's opportunity here that I could, you know, and I still am like that. So if I keep looking at a script that I've written, it'll never be finished. And that's why I write it, I finish it, I read it, and I pass it on. Like I'm going to look this over 10 times and change so much, and it'll never get done. So
yeah. Similar thing with artists too. It's like a piece of art is never actually done. There's always anytime you look back at it, you're like, man, I should change this, or I could have done this part better.
And that's why I don't worry about George Lucas changing the original trilogy, because I know our artist has a vision, and writers are artists too.
Right.
And that sounds douchey. We're not as talented. I don't know how to say it. Artists.
It's an artistic.
Yeah. And you know, an artist's vision, I think, can change. And George Lucas, when he made the original trilogy, didn't have all of the technology there to do some of the things he wanted to do. Now, mine's not technology. It's just like, it's like having, like, how happy am I with what I've done? And, you know, and that's why I don't have a tattoo, because I'm so, like, I don't know what to do. But anyway, I'm excited to get this done and get it going. And hopefully after we start sending out the, I mean, this is, since I'm going to be helping you quite a bit, I have a feeling I'm going to have to spend many a day in St. Charles in October. But you're going to come out here sometimes too, because I got horror stuff too to do. But anyway, after we ship out, start shipping out all the rewards, that's probably when we're going to launch the Transgenesis #2.
Yeah, yeah, I definitely want to get the rewards for this campaign. At least get have them all here, getting them packaged up, and starting to ship them out.
Yeah, we don't want to be known for not fulfilling our rewards. Yeah,
or starting up a new Kickstarter before the rewards for the previous one have gone out.
Exactly. Max says an artist never really finishes his work. He merely abandons it. Paul Valery. Um, I don't know about abandoning it, but I guess in a way.
Sometimes you gotta learn just to walk away and let it be.
Yeah, and I think so. Growing up, that was something like I used to do, especially like 87, 88, man. So I was born in 80, and when the Ninja Turtles came out, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles came out, I was all about trying to draw them for some reason.
Right.
And I had like notebooks and sketch pads full of drawings of the Ninja Turtles, especially Leonardo. He's always my favorite. And like, so at one point, my mom, she's like, "Did you know these guys were a comic book?" I'm like, "No." And she hands me one of the comics, and I look at it, I'm like, "Oh my God, this is awesome. I could be a comic book artist one day if I work hard enough at it."
Right.
And I wanted to. Like I throughout school, I was always one of the people who were really involved in the art classes and stuff like that. But I just never. I'm very impatient, and that's probably why I can write, because I can go at my own pace, and I don't have to perfecting it as much as a drawing. Like some of the stuff, like I thought I had some here. These aren't terrible. You can see them. The Marshall Falk.
Oh yeah, those. Yeah, I remember those.
And yeah, so these aren't terrible, but like,
no, they're pretty good.
That's Roger Clemens, but the amount of time I spent on these wasn't very much. Jay, when you tell me you spend 4 to 6 to 8 hours on a page, it's like damn, man, that seems like a long time. These I mean, this is just pencil, but these were merely maybe 2 hours, and I think I put a decent amount of detail in it, but I can't think about. I mean, it's just a small little page too.
Right.
But I couldn't think about doing that for an entire page because I have problems with proportions and stuff like that. So I got creative in a different way and started writing, because I've always had ideas, and I've been called a good idea man for a long time. And I do. That's like I feel like I could probably write just about anything and get away with it, because I've always wanted to write Batman, and I've had the chance to write something similar to Batman. And then sci-fi is where the heart lies with, growing up Star Wars fan like yourself.
Yep, absolutely. And then real quick, back to the 4, 6, 8 hours on a page that does start with scratching out thumbnails and planning out the panel layouts and all that stuff. But yeah, it's a process. It's a time investment.
Well, I mean, I don't think the regular person who just reads a comic really, like, I didn't even know what goes into that. I mean, you've got, first of all, the idea from the writer, then the writer start fleshing it out, then outlining and scripting and then passing it. Editing, of course, editing is major, is key. Especially you need to get more than one set of eyes over it. And then when you pass it up to the artist, like, for instance, when we work with somebody that's not Jay, for instance, we want thumbnails for each page before that we have to approve, right?
Right. Just so they don't waste their time getting too far into the page and then be like, oh, you got to change this panel.
And we've had issues with people that have just sent the pages. And if there's a problem, you have to redo the whole thing, especially if you start inking before, because inking is the finality of the page.
Yeah.
Well, until it gets to the colors. But yeah, I mean, what's the next step after thumbnails?
Thumbnails, and I go to full size and start with rough pencils, or sometimes the thumbnails are decent enough I can just blow those up and use those for my roughs. So sometimes I'll blow up the thumbnail to the 11 by 17 size and put it on my light board and light box
right behind him if you can see it.
Yeah. And then then I'll just pencil over that for my roughs. So yeah, a lot of times if I'm not inking my own stuff, I'll go rough pencils and then I'll light box over those to get my final pencils and then pass it on to an inker. Or if I'm inking my own pencils, I'll skip a lot of those steps and just I won't work out the details as much in the final pencil stage since I'm going to be inking it.
Yeah, and then once he does get the final inks on it, then that's when we pass it to our buddy Avery, who takes, like, for instance, the poster, the cover of the first issue turned out so awesome. Even the black and whites without the color look great. Then Avery comes in and just makes it look so much better, and brings it, like, Jay's already brought it to life, but like Avery and his colors, or anyone that is, does a good job on colors, brings it even more to life than it is.
Yeah.
Max asks 2 questions here.
Okay.
3 questions. Can you show the poster?
Yeah. Let me see here.
It's on his wall behind him. That's the exact poster that we're not, maybe not the exact one, but that poster behind him is the one that
at the extreme parallelogram. Actually, hold on. Let me think. I got a smaller one. Hold on.
Yeah, we've got some smaller prints that we had made up for the last convention. But it's going to be the cover A, because we're going to do a variant cover, it sounds like.
Here, I'll show the big one. I don't think the colors came out as good on the smaller ones. I think I forgot to.
Well, what size are those?
The 7 by 10.5.
Oh yeah, okay.
I think on that last run, I think I forgot to switch them from CMYK, or from RGB to CMYK.
There's the poster. That's the beauty.
Turned out pretty good.
Yep, turned out very nice. It has the original font on it and everything. And so.
Oh yeah, I'll be collector since the font got changed.
Yep, this is a great collector's item for anybody who is into comics and collecting almost like variant type things, because the font on the cover is going to be a little bit different.
Yeah.
But Max also asks, what's an unconventional technique you'd like to explore within your comics? How about having 3 writers write 1 page and passing it off to the next writer, and then write? That's totally unconventional.
You know what I did? I had a thought earlier today about Vagabond Blues.
Okay.
Since there's essentially going to be 2 main storylines we'll be following. The JC Legend trying to find his way back to where he's from, and then his woman, Kaya, trying to search from the other direction, trying to find out what happened to him and find him. I was thinking, what if, so I was planning on writing Vagabond Blues all by myself, but say I write JC's side of the story, and then someone like, say, Brian Hawkins writes the other side of the story. And possibly maybe another artist drawing the other half. Maybe. I thought about, have you ever seen those books that like one story is half the book and then the other half of the book is a different story, but you got to flip the comic around and read it from the other direction?
Oh yeah. I thought about an anthology type feel too.
Yeah, I kind of thought about that. Not sure if I'll do it, but
oh, that'd be interesting, because then you wouldn't have to worry about intercutting different parts of the story.
Yeah, the back and forth,
ruining a flow. Yeah, and then because you could switch it all, put it all together differently in a collected edition.
Right.
If it got that far, which we have a lot of confidence in our products, so we hope to think that it would get to that point where you get 5 to 7 issues or 4 or 5 issues of one to put it into a
trade.
Yeah,
I like trades.
I love trades, especially when they're $5.
$5, $5 trades.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know any unorthodox or unconventional techniques as far as writing goes, other than what I just said about a different writer every other page.
Right.
That's a complete joke. I don't think that would be good at all. unless it was some kind of like exercise or something like that.
Art wise, I've thought about maybe doing watercolors.
Mm. Yeah, watercolors can look good on some comics. One of the ones I wrote is a kind of like a watercolor palette almost. Um, but you
Maybe
know,
maybe
what
sections of
about
algorithms.
what about a different art style from yourself? Could you do something like that? Because you aren't a slave to a style per se. Like
No,
some
not
people stick to their
necessarily.
own style, and but
It'd
like
be challenging.
yeah,
Like I'd probably have to work on practicing particular style for a while. Like say, if I decided to draw something in manga style,
hmm
I
that's
probably
where
have
my
to
mind went to.
I probably have to practice that quite a bit, but I'd be down for it.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be a good exercise in widening your skill set, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, the other thing Max says, do you have a preferred genre? I guess that you'd like to draw, read, or write. We can cover all three of them.
All right.
I don't draw, so that takes me out of it.
Reading wise, sci-fi and fantasy are definitely at the top. But I do also like crime noirs and like mysteries. But sci-fi fantasy at the top. Uh, Drawing, I'm just now expanding out into drawing different genres. So right now, everything. I mean, I was most looking forward to doing sci-fi, but I still would like to try my hand at all kinds of other genres. I'd like to do some noir stuff. I'd like to maybe do a supernatural western or something like
Ooh,
that.
that'd be cool. Yeah. Um,
Dinosaurs.
I dinosaurs and westerns and Attila Banks and dinosaurs. Let's do
I
that.
guess I'll be getting real close to dinosaurs with the dragon book.
What book is that?
Kings Brailer, something like that, from somebody.
Some dude. As for myself, I read as far as reading goes, I read anything almost. Um, I've read so many different comics from uh, obviously, I'm a horror guy. I don't like horror comics as much, and I don't consider The Walking Dead a horror comic. Uh,
Mm,
but it was mostly superhero based. I'm a huge Batman guy, but I've always read the Dark Horse Star Wars stuff and Conan when Dark Horse had Conan or Conan. I really like that stuff. Um, but it was a lot was superhero based, and I don't want people to think that comics are that's what comics are because they're not. I mean, if you look at a lot of the titles Image has, and we've talked about this recently, Jay. I'm
mhm.
looking at the shelf right now. I've got the Walking Dead lined up with Outcast. Uh, my vision's not great, but West, Black Science. You've got Seven to Eternity. Is that what it? Yeah.
Yeah,
Birthright, which I really like. Clone. Did you read Clone? That was pretty cool.
I did have the first 5 issues.
Yeah. Nailbiter's another one I can see over there. Lady Killer from Dark Horse. But ever since I've known Jay, my Image collection has grown quite a bit. One of my favorite stories is not. I don't even know what category you'd put it in. It's from DC Vertigo. It was Preacher. Preacher is a fantastic story, but I couldn't categorize it and put it in a
Specific genre.
yeah. I don't think there's any way to do it. It's not horror at all. There's a vampire in it, but there's not. I don't know. It's a good story though. It's way better than that show they put out. As for writing, I could, like I said before, I think I could do anything. Preferred, I don't think I have a preference. I like writing my own stuff. So we're talking if I have to just my own creations. I like creating stuff. I like building my own worlds, and I don't mean just like Knights of Bellaterra. If Jay wants me to write a Vagabond Blues, I'd be glad to do it. It's part of my world. So but like I will work for people like as if they commission me to, especially if they're gonna pay me.
I thought you
If
were
they
going to say.
don't pay me, I won't be writing for you.
I thought you were going to say I'll work for peanuts.
No, definitely not. If I'm contracted to make some money, I want the money. I'm just saying. But I'm not money hungry or anything like that. And if we work out a deal, though, of course, if there's something like where you say, hey, I'd really like to collab with you. You want to do something, and we don't talk about money, I'm sure that'll be fine too. But if you contract me for money, I should get paid, just
Yeah,
like any artist should get paid
contract.
if there's a contract. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, I think just writing my own stuff is what my preferred genre would be. It's not necessarily a genre because I write superhero.
I like when the lines of a genre are blurred. Kind of
Yeah,
like
and that's something I want to explore in Stellar Odyssey eventually. Is
yeah,
and we are blurring the lines in Transgenesis.
yep,
So that because that crosses over in a couple. I mean, I've always thought of horror and sci-fi as brother and sister, but with Transgenesis, we've got it's already horror elements. It's got
right.
superheroes in it, and then there's a science fiction element. That's
Science
three
fiction.
genres in the one book.
Yep, and there'll be some supernatural
Yep.
undertones coming in.
So yeah, we don't want to spoil too much, but it's going to be a pretty fun book to read.
Yeah,
Issue one was already a fun read, but issue two is gonna. I think issue two is gonna blow it out of the water.
yeah, it's definitely ramping up from the foundation that was laid in issue one, and then two is gonna ramp it up.
Yeah. So I mean, do you want to go? Do we want to mention how long Transgenesis will run? That way, people will know it's got. We do have an end in sight for that book.
Yeah. So right now, it's a 4-issue story arc with the potential of future story arcs spinning out of that book, but probably won't be titled Transgenesis, but it'll be the same characters, same world, just expanding story arcs with different characters coming out of that book.
Yeah, and it's pretty exciting to think about. Jay and I don't just not we talk about this stuff constantly, so we've got a plan. We don't just do things willy nilly like some people do. I'm not referring to anybody. I'm just saying some people just do things willy nilly without planning. I'm a planner.
Just off the cuff.
Yeah, like let's make a comic. Okay, let's make it about shoes that talk or something. I don't know.
I'm excited about bringing formerly Ghost Wolf. I guess I had to do a name change, but Shadow Wolf or pending the name change. I can't wait to bring him in.
Yeah, and he'll be in there soon.
Yeah.
That's all. That's all. I don't want to give anything away really at all.
And maybe one of the future story arcs might bring the team to Skinwalker Ranch.
Even at Skinwalker Ranch, I did watch that doc though. It's very interesting. I've watched a few of those on that channel.
Yeah. Have you? Yeah. It's weird, wild stuff. Once you start getting into it, it's like, whoa. It's like, okay, hold on.
Skinwalker Ranch one was good, but some of the other ones are pretty good. What was the name of that channel? We can plug them. It doesn't matter.
Oh, was that Bedtime Stories?
Yeah, Bedtime Stories. I've watched 3 or 4 of them, and I've got one queued up ready to go because I need a good creep out before I go to bed.
Yeah, I watched some of that stuff before I went to bed one. I'm like, why am I watching this right now?
Yeah, this doesn't help anyone.
Speaking of blending genres, did you pick up this one yet? Resident?
No, is it new this week?
Yeah, just came out this.
I didn't go to the shop this week. I didn't have the chance to go to the shop this week. It's been kind of a hectic week.
Yeah, it's been kind of hectic for me, but I did.
No, in my shop they don't have that.
Of course, my shop's open to midnight, so that makes it easier.
Yeah,
I went at 11:30 at night.
I would if I got my kids, but I would too. But yeah, odds are they won't have that because it's a vault. Was it vault?
Vault.
Yeah, they don't have very many vault titles.
Too small press for them.
I guess I don't think it's what's that one.
Picked up Neon Future #5. This is the only comic this company has out so far, Impact Theory. But It's a very cool, interesting book. Haven't had a chance to actually read them yet, but I bought the previous 4 issues. So.
Well, I did get some comics. They're up in my room, but I got the Battle Cats from Mad Cave.
Oh yeah, I got some of
I
them.
started reading that.
So we figured out that I was confused when I placed my order.
Yeah.
So I did get number 1 from volume 2,
Okay.
and then I thought that the other ones I was ordering were also from volume 2, but so I got 3, 4, and 5 of volume 1.
Volume 1.
Yeah. So I'll have to fix that and go back and order the ones I'm missing.
Yeah. I think 1 and 2 are both out of print. So.
Good luck.
That's why I got the trade. You can borrow mine.
Yeah. And I
Don't
should
take it in the bathroom with you.
No, I don't read in the bathroom. I'm not one of those people.
I am.
I like to get in and out.
Not me. I like to sit there and stew in my own poop. So you ready to draw the winner? Or you want to keep talking about stuff?
Yeah, let's go ahead.
Probably talk all day long.
Let's go ahead and draw. So hold on. Let me check, make sure we don't have a late comer. Okay, we're good. So got 53 backers. Some of them a couple are no rewards, a couple are digital. So I think we're looking at about probably 40 or so people in here. Probably 40. All right. So if you've pledged for physical rewards, your backer number is in here, except for the 2 people that won last weekend.
Yeah.
So chin. I can't see. So get 1. Just got 1. All right. Got backer number 38.
That's me.
I don't think so. Let's see. Who is backer 38? 38. Charlie McElvey.
Charlie McElvey.
Yep. Don't know him.
I don't either.
He's a backer, and he won the new poster.
What tier did he get? Just the comic, or?
He's a backer. He got a sketch card.
Okay. Not that it matters. I mean, as long as you back the physical reward, which is the comic itself, you're in to win.
And Charlie just got a 24 by 36-inch poster added to his reward bundle.
Yeah. That is awesome.
He is not eligible to win next drawing because he's already won.
Yep. So we have another weekend coming up next weekend, of course.
So so are we going to do it on Thursday then?
We'll start. No, we'll start the. So I made a video, and we'll launch the video on Thursday afternoon. I think is what I'm saying, and then let it run. So the contest will run Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday we'll try to do it earlier in the day. Maybe do the drawing. They wouldn't get away from me like it did today.
The video is already done. We can just release it tomorrow or Tuesday.
It's whenever you want to do it.
It'll be out there this week.
Yep.
Let people know.
Don't let that stop you from backing the Kickstarter, because you're still going to be entered to win the contest if you back the Kickstarter.
Yep.
As long as it's a physical reward, you're entered to win. Max, you're still entered to win. Maybe. We may just pull your name out. No. I'm totally joking. But yeah, if you back the physical reward, you're entered to win automatically. If you've won one of the prizes, you are out, unfortunately, because you've already won a giant poster, and that's 3 posters we've given away.
Yep.
And also, what we're giving away is exclusive stuff. It's not part of the Kickstarter, so you can't get it on one of the tiers.
Nope.
And there's no other way to get it.
Nope.
So it's going to be a giveaway. So
and
back.
And next week's giveaway is a real exclusive. It's a one and only. It's original art.
Yeah, and it's awesome. Tell us about the character again.
Tasia Katu. She is a fallen knight of Bellaterra, former Bellaterra knight, who's gone rogue, and she now makes her living as a bounty hunter and slash assassin. She still carries her weapons that she got when she was a knight of Bellaterra, but she is one of the more feared bounty hunters in the known galaxy so far. She's ruthless.
Yeah, I love this design. She looks so cool, from the costume to the weapons. Those weapons, those swords she has, those will be seen in Knights of Bellaterra, as most of the characters carry one, uh, but there will be some that dual wield as well. But she is somebody that I would like to eventually see, maybe a origin background story a little bit, maybe how she went rogue. I think that'd be fun.
That would be really cool. See her at the was it an academy or
Yeah,
okay? See how she gets into the ranks of the Knights of Bellaterra.
see
How she
why she fell.
falls. Yeah, how she falls from grace. That would be cool.
But we need your help. Buy back in the Kickstarter
Yeah,
to get all this going.
gotta get the first issue out, then those other stories can follow.
Yeah, we've got we're about what I say, 68-ish.
68, yeah, 68% funded.
Yeah, so I mean, with about 18 days left to go, we're in pretty good shape. I'm pretty confident that we're gonna make the goal. Sorry, my table's broken. That's why it keeps bouncing. I'm pretty confident we'll make the goal. It's just the more we make, the more stuff everyone can get, because once we hit the goal of 2,000, we're looking at stretch goals and different things we can give away with stretch goals, and including a possibility of a fifth story. I keep talking about that because I want to do it. So
I would really like to be able to add that fifth story into the comic.
yeah. So keep sharing. Tell your friends. Don't forget to like Stellar Odyssey on Facebook. Also, Unparalleled Comics. There's a page for each. Stellar Odyssey obviously will only be Stellar Odyssey. Will Unparalleled will have other art that Jay does and other artists do that aren't just the Stellar Odyssey projects. And subscribe to our YouTube channel.
Yep, because we got more books coming down the line other than just Stellar Odyssey and Transgenesis.
Mm-hmm. And there's, I mean, not just that. I mean, Stellar Odyssey has 3 titles alone.
Right.
I want to get out, which is the Vagabond Blues, Thorn, and Knights of Bellaterra.
Yep.
So
with possibilities of one-shots or miniseries or spin-offs. You know, there could be an Attila Banks story.
I know Brian Hawkins would love to do that.
Yeah, I'd like them to do it.
Yeah, I think so. I think I would too. I think he really likes the character. I mean, I think he's going to be I think he could be a fan favorite over some of the major characters, honestly.
Yeah.
But anyway, I think we're about done here. So if you like what we're doing, go like the page, like I said, back the Kickstarter, and subscribe to the channel. Jay, you have anything you want to say?
No. Thanks to everyone that's backed, and thanks for everyone sharing the links and commenting and helping us get the word out. It all helps, even if you can't put money on it, or it's not something that really interests you, but you still share the links. Everything helps, and we appreciate everything. And I am starving and want to go get some chicken.
Chicken.
I was going to go to, I'm not going to say the place. I was going to go tell them what chicken I was picking, but we ran a little late and now they're closed.
That's why we ran late, because I didn't.
I was going to say that was your master plan, wasn't it?
I wasn't really on the phone. I was just doing this like.
I'm not going to let Jay get Raising Cane's tonight.
No. Anyway, they need to build one out here. They did build a Popeyes out here,
Oh, did they?
If they put it on the main one of the main roads,
Yeah.
and the main road keeps being backed up because of the drive-through. So, but anyway, like I said, if you like what we're doing, subscribe to the page. Go like the Facebook pages, Stellar Odyssey and Unparalleled Comics, and go back the Kickstarter. You get a comic, you could win a prize, and you'll definitely get a good comic.
Oh yeah.
So thanks for joining us, Max, and anyone else who joins us. We appreciate every single person who backs the Kickstarter.
Yep. Thank you all.
Yep. Have a good evening, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.